let me tackle one of the most weaponized myths against raw veganism, and that's this claim that raw vegan diets are inherently nutrient deficient, that you'll be lacking in B12, iron, omega-3 South, and a whole list of other nutrients that people love to bring up whenever they want to criticize plant-based eating. I cannot tell you how many times someone has said to me, but what about B12? Or you're going to become anemic without meat? Or where are you getting your omega-3 South without fish? It's exhausting, but I get it, because these concerns come from genuine confusion and a lot of misinformation that's been spread by industries that profit from keeping people dependent on animal products. So here's the truth that needs to be said clearly and loudly. Raw living offers highly absorbable nutrients in their most bioavailable forms, and with simple education and a few strategic choices, deficiencies are not only avoidable, but actually less likely than on a standard diet full of processed foods that deplete your body's nutrient stores. Let's start by talking about what raw foods actually provide, because this is the foundation that people miss. Raw plant foods are incredibly nutrient-dense, meaning they pack a massive amount of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and phytonutrients into every bite. They're also enzyme-rich, which is something cooked foods completely lack because heat destroys enzymes. These enzymes support digestion, help your body break down and assimilate nutrients, and reduce the burden on your digestive system. When you eat raw foods, you're not just getting nutrients on paper, you're getting them in forms that your body can actually use efficiently. Compare that to the standard American diet where people are eating cooked, processed, nutrient-depleted foods and then wondering why they're tired, sick, and deficient despite eating supposedly protein-rich and nutrient-rich meals. The issue isn't the diet, it's the quality and bioavailability of what you're eating. Now let's address B12 directly, because this is the one everyone loves to bring up. Yes, B12 is essential. Yes, it's primarily found in animal products in the modern food system. And yes, raw vegans need to supplement B12 or consume B12 fortified foods. But here's what nobody talks about. B12 supplementation is normal for everyone, not just vegans. The majority of B12 supplements produced worldwide are actually given to livestock because modern farming practices have depleted B12 from the soil and animals no longer get it naturally from their environment. So when someone eats meat and gets B12, they're getting it secondhand from an animal who was supplemented. You're essentially taking a supplement either way, except in one scenario you're filtering it through an animal's body along with all the cholesterol, saturated fat, hormones, and antibiotics. And in the other scenario you're taking a clean B12 supplement directly. Which sounds more logical to you? I take a sublingual B12 supplement a few times a week. It costs maybe $10 for a year's supply, and my B12 levels are perfect. It's one of the easiest things to address, and it's certainly not a valid reason to eat animal products. Also, B12 deficiency is rampant in the general population, including meat eaters, especially as people age and their ability to absorb B12 decreases. Studies show that a significant percentage of older adults are B12 deficient, despite eating animal products regularly. So this idea that eating meat protects you from B12 deficiency is just false. If you're concerned about B12, supplement it, get your levels tested once a year, and move on. It's really that simple. Let's talk about iron, because this is another one that people constantly bring up. The myth is that you can't get enough iron on a plant-based diet, that plant iron is inferior to heme iron from meat, and that you'll become anemic and exhausted. But the reality is that raw plant foods are loaded with non-heme iron, and when you consume them with vitamin C, which is abundant in raw fruits and vegetables, the absorption rate increases dramatically. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are rich in iron. Pumpkin seeds are one of the best sources of iron you can find, with a quarter cup providing about half of your daily needs. Sprouts, especially lentil sprouts and chickpea sprouts, are high in iron, and the sprouting process actually increases bioavailability. Hemp seeds, sesame seeds, and tahini all contain significant amounts of iron. When I eat a big salad with greens, pumpkin seeds, lemon juice, and tomatoes, I'm getting a massive dose of iron along with the vitamin C needed for optimal absorption. The fear around plant-based iron is rooted in outdated information. Yes, heme iron from meat is absorbed at a higher rate, but that's actually not always a good thing because too much heme iron has been linked to increased oxidative stress and higher risks of certain chronic diseases. Non-heme iron from plants is absorbed in a regulated way, meaning your body takes what it needs and doesn't overload. I've been eating raw vegan for years. I get my blood work done regularly, and my iron levels are consistently in the optimal range. I've never had issues with anemia. I have incredible energy, and I'm not concerned about iron in the slightest because I know which foods to prioritize, and I eat them abundantly. Omega-3 fatty acids are another nutrient that people worry about, specifically EPA and DHA, which are found in fatty fish. But here's the truth. Your body can convert ALA, which is the plant-based omega-3 found in chia seeds, flax seeds, and hemp seeds, into EPA and DHA. The conversion rate isn't 100% efficient, but when you consume these seeds regularly and in adequate amounts, you're providing your body with what it needs. Chia seeds are one of the richest sources of ALA omega-3 south. I put a couple tablespoons in my smoothies or make chia pudding almost every day. Flax seeds are also incredible, and I grind them fresh and add them to meals for maximum absorption because whole flax seeds can pass through your system undigested. Hemp seeds provide a balanced ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids, which is ideal for reducing inflammation if you're concerned about EPA and DHA specifically. You can also take an algae-based omega-3 supplement, which is where fish get their omega-3 south from in the first place. Fish don't produce omega-3 south, they accumulate them from eating algae in smaller fish who ate algae. So again, you can go straight to the source without filtering it through a fish's body and all the mercury, microplastics, and pollutants that come with it. I personally don't supplement omega-3 south beyond eating chia, flax, and hemp daily, and my omega-3 levels are great. But it's an option if you want extra peace of mind. Vitamin D is another nutrient that comes up frequently, and this one is actually a concern for everyone, not just raw vegans, because most people are deficient in vitamin D regardless of their diet. Vitamin D is primarily obtained from sun exposure, not from food. Your skin produces vitamin D when it's exposed to UVB rays from the sun. I make it a priority to get outside for at least 20 to 30 minutes a day, with my arms and legs exposed when possible, and that provides most of my vitamin D needs. During winter months, or if I'm not getting enough sun, I take a vitamin D3 supplement. And yes, there are vegan D3 supplements derived from lichen that work just as well as animal-derived versions. Mushrooms that have been exposed to UV light also contain vitamin D2, and I include them in my diet when I can find them. Here's what's really important to understand. A raw vegan lifestyle actually reduces your risk of deficiency by improving nutrient absorption. When you're eating living foods full of enzymes, when you're not burdening your digestive system with hard-to-digest animal products and processed junk, when you're flooding your body with antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, your body becomes more efficient at absorbing and utilizing the nutrients you consume. Your gut health improves, your microbiome thrives, and your cells can actually access the nutrition you're providing. Compare that to someone eating a standard diet full of inflammation-causing foods. With compromised gut health, poor digestion, and a body constantly in damage control mode, even if they're eating supposedly nutrient-rich foods, their absorption is compromised, and they end up deficient despite eating what they think is a complete diet. The myth that raw vegan diets are inherently deficient is a scare tactic used by people who either don't understand plant-based nutrition or who have a vested interest in keeping people eating animal products. The reality is that raw vegans who educate themselves and eat intentionally are often better nourished than the average person eating a standard diet. We're getting more vitamins, more minerals, more antioxidants, more fiber, more phytonutrients, and we're doing it without any of the harmful compounds that come with animal products and processed foods. Our bodies are thriving, our energy is high, our health markers are excellent, and we're living proof that you don't need animal products to be optimally nourished. Educate yourself, eat a variety of colorful whole foods, supplement B12, get some sun, and stop letting fear-based myths keep you from experiencing the incredible benefits of raw living.